You know those October canon events that everyone tweaks about during this time of year because apparently everything bad happens in October? Well, the Project Sekai fandom just had theirs. The current event, Wither This Path of Thorns, I think even people outside of the Project Sekai fandom know about this. This has been the most hyped up event I've seen since I started playing Project Sekai, and it's very understandable why. I see those Mizuki and Enna profile pictures literally everywhere. The edits of it are all over my TikTok. I cannot escape it. Even Duolingo is tweaking about it. I logged in like a week before this event came out on English server and read all of the Night Court key stories so I could catch up on all the Night Court lore before reading this event story, because I saw so many people hyping it up saying they were so excited. Or no, I don't think excited is really the correct wording. They were not ready for this event to be released on English server. At first I was like, well, I mean, it's a Night Court event, so obviously there's gonna be a lot of angst in the story, and I don't think anything could have prepared me for what I was about to read. When I tell you, I had to literally text my friend at 5 in the morning to tell her that I was in genuine pain because of this event story. It was probably one of the best event stories in the game that I've read so far though. And real quick, before I start yapping, please try to avoid putting spoilers for event stories following this one in my comments. I play on both English and Japanese server, but I don't read any of the event stories until they come out on English server because I know the translation apps and unofficial translations can be inaccurate sometimes, so I always try to wait for official translations whenever possible. This video is for people like me who don't like reading the unofficial stuff, or for people who just want to hear my thoughts on this specific event. With that being said, here's my thoughts on the Wither This Path of Thorns event. Mizuki is one of my favorite characters in Project Sekai, definitely in my top 5 without a doubt. So when I saw people hyping up an event about her and some Mizu-Enna breakup, my tragic character and ship love and self immediately got excited. And also, I absolutely love the song for this event too. I loved the song long before I was even into Project Sekai, and oh my god, you do not want to know the amount of time I spent grinding the game for crystals so I could get that Mizuki card. So here's a quick summary for anyone who hasn't read it yet or just needs a quick recap. So it begins with Mizuki deciding that she wants to tell her friends her secret being that she's trans. She wanted to tell them but was too scared. She thought that Enna should be the first person she would tell since she's her closest friend. Then later in Sekai they discussed a festival at Mizuki and Enna's school. Mizuki's class was doing an escape room, and when she heard that Enna was going to be there since her class was going to be selling food, she got scared that she'd get outed in front of Enna. But also Enna was unsure if she was actually going to go, but Mizuki decided that if Enna was going to be at the festival, that's when she was going to tell her secret. Meiko and Kaido noticed that Mizuki was acting a bit off, and when Kaido asked Meiko about it, she told him to just stay out of it. Kaido did not like that though, so he went to talk to Mizuki himself, and Meiko tried to stop him, causing a fight between the two of them. And then when Kaido went to talk to Mizuki, he told her that basically she needs to choose her own path and make sure that the one she chooses is the right one. As time goes on, Mizuki gets more and more nervous about telling Enna about her secret. She was helping her classmate Toya set up for the festival, and when they finished, she ran into Rui, who had also just finished rehearsal for a play he was going to do for the festival. He noticed that Mizuki was acting off too and asked her about it. Mizuki told him about how she planned on telling her friends her secret, but kept overthinking it because she was scared they wouldn't accept her for how she was. Not just be nice to her about it because they're her friends, but genuine acceptance. Rui basically said that he couldn't do anything about her fears, but hoped that she can do what makes her happy. And then Mizuki finally sent the message to Enna saying that she wanted to talk to her about something at the night festival. Then the day of the festival, Enna noticed Mizuki's behavior was a bit off, but didn't question it or anything, and decided to just wait until she told her herself. Mizuki, Enna, Mafuyu, and Kanade all hang out at the festival together and have fun all day. Then after Mafuyu and Kanade left, Mizuki told Enna they could talk on the roof since there was probably not going to be anyone up there. As they were walking there, Mizuki starts overthinking more and more about how Enna was really nice, and that's why she was scared to tell her, because she was just going to be nice and accept her because they're friends and not the genuine acceptance that Mizuki wants. Then they were stopped by one of Mizuki's classmates. They needed help real quick, so she told Ena to wait for her on the roof and she will be there shortly. As Ena was waiting for Mizuki and thinking about the last time they were on the roof together, two students show up and start talking crap about Mizuki. They then walked up to Ena and was like, "Oh, you're Mizuki's friend, right? Does that mean you're a dude too, or are you a normal girl?" At first, Ena was confused and thought it was some weird joke, but as they kept talking to her, she realized that was what Mizuki was trying to tell her. But then Mizuki shows up and heard the two students talking about her and then runs away. Ena chases her down, and when she finally caught up to Mizuki, she apologized and basically told Ena, "You were shocked to hear that, right? And you're going to keep acting the same and accept me because you're nice, not because you genuinely accept me the way that I am." Then Mizuki ran away again, and then this.
自業自得だな。逃げて、逃げて、逃げ続けて。いっそ誰か話してくれって思ってたんだから。願い通りになったじゃないか。ああ、消えたいな。
This is how it ended. I never tweet about a Project Sekai event ending this bad. Oh my god. So this event story was a lot, to say the least. And honestly, it was one of my favorites. But being a Mizu and a shipper at this point in time is not for the weak. I don't know if it was just because of the crazy angst or what, but it was one of my favorite event stories so far. First, let's look at what led up to this event in the first place. Mizuki has always been trans. She would always dress feminine since she was a child, but in middle school, she was bullied into dressing more masculine. She keeps this secret from her friends because her friends in the past thought she was weird and left her when she told them, or when they found out. This has been something that Ena and Mizuki have briefly discussed before. Or more so, Ena noticed Mizuki was overthinking about something but didn't know what, and they went to the roof to discuss it, but Mizuki didn't want to talk about it, so Ena respected that and would wait until Mizuki was ready to tell her. The festival was supposed to be when Mizuki finally told Ena, but she was outed by some other students before she could even tell Ena. Before I go on yapping about the roof scene, I just want to do some quick Rui glazing real quick because he was in a scene here and he's my favorite and I love him so much. Yes, this will be a normal thing for every Project Sekai video I make in the future, so get used to it. But I absolutely love Mizuki and Rui's relationship. Not as a ship or anything, but I think their relationship is so cute. Their small interaction in this event story made me so happy, like words cannot describe how happy it made me. I love how Rui is always able to notice when something is wrong with someone, especially Mizuki. I feel like they understand each other a lot more than anyone else in the game. I mean, they have a lot of similarities in their backstories and can very likely relate to each other a lot. And also the way he tried comforting her. Is that the right wording? I don't know, whatever. But oh my god, I think Rui would be the best friend event too. And I love that so much about him. He's such a sweetheart. They could never make me hate you, Rui. Okay, but anyway, back to Mizuki. Mizuki knew her friends wouldn't reject her and would accept her, so why was she worried about telling them her secret in the first place? I have a few answers to this. First, as I mentioned before, I think her main concern was that they weren't going to accept her for who she was, but more that they would just keep going on as if nothing happened because they're being nice to her since they're her friends. Another fear that she had was that they'd be upset with her for keeping this secret for so long. It has been mentioned that she didn't want to wait too long to tell them because the longer she kept the secret from them, the more upset they'll be with her. She prepared for the worst when she planned to tell Ena because in her mind, if everything went bad, at least her last memories with her friends would be having fun at the festival. She planned on actually telling Ena and not running away this time, and I thought it was so sad how Mizuki got outed by two guys literally right before she was ready to tell Ena, and because of that, she couldn't help but run away. And their facial expressions in that scene too were just, oh my god. Mizuki was absolutely mortified that those guys had outed her to Enna, and to her, her entire world felt like it was ending. She was very likely trying not to just break down right then and there. Her secret has been a big part of her character for so long, and she's been wanting to tell her friends, but just didn't know how for a long time. So when she worked up the courage to tell Enna just to be outed by some bullies, that had to be really traumatizing for her. Speaking from personal experience, being outed to people you're not ready to tell is not fun. And for Enna's expression, she was shocked, confused, probably didn't know exactly how to react in the moment, and was also concerned for Mizuki when she noticed that she'd heard the whole thing. To Mizuki, she probably saw Enna's reaction as rejection, which caused her to overthink more and more and then run away. Enna reacted fast and tried to talk to her, but Mizuki wouldn't let her, and Enna didn't really know exactly what to say. The scene physically hurt me. When I was told there was a Mizu-Enna breakup, this was not what I was expecting. And can we talk about how the game in general has changed since this event started real quick? Every time Mizuki's character pops up, she seems like, I don't know. She lost her personality. Does that make sense? I don't know. And also the area conversations. All of the Mizuki things I've seen are just, bro, why? So this was the first one I saw right after I finished reading the event story. Mizuki, no, my poor baby. I feel so bad for her. Then there's this one, and then this one of Mafuyu and Kanade being absolutely clueless about what happened after they left the festival. I don't think they were enjoying it. God, why can't these lesbians just be happy? Never ask a Project Sekai fan what happened October 12th, 2025. And now the thing I've been dying to yap about before I even read the event story. The event cards. Specifically, the Mizuki one. Oh my god, all of the symbolism in this card. I can't. I spent so long grinding the game for crystals to get her. And when I finally got her, I was tweaking. You guys think I'm gonna get Mizuki? Okay, no, not what I wanted. Bro! Oh my god, hello? Peak. Guys! Guys, I got her! I got her! We're going to save best for last though, so let's start off with the Kanade one. Hers was definitely the most basic out of all of them, but still had a lot of symbolism. It shows her holding what looks to be a bow in her hands, likely belonging to Mizuki or something to symbolize Mizuki. I'm not really 100% sure what her holding one of Mizuki's accessories could symbolize, but my guess is something about how much she cares about Mizuki and wants her to be happy. Because I also noticed that she has a really soft expression while looking down at the bow. Kanade 100% noticed how Mizuki was acting off in the story but just didn't say anything because she wasn't sure what exactly to say, and they were also supposed to be having fun at the festival, so maybe she just talked to her later. Who knows? But all the rest of them have lace instead of a bow. I like to think that the lace represents Mizuki and the red represents her secret. I noticed that no one was actually holding the lace except for Enna. In the Mafuyu and Kaido cards, they're not holding it. Mafuyu is just staring at it and Kaido just has it going across his chest. Enna is holding it in her hand. I feel like Enna holding it symbolizes her actually knowing Mizuki's secret. Mafuyu stares at it because she doesn't know about Mizuki's secret, but similar to Kanade, noticed something off about her and her behavior recently and just didn't know how to bring it up to her. And back to what I said about the red symbolizing her secret, I noticed for Enna her entire lace was red. For Mafuyu, only part of it was red, and it was a lighter shade of red than Enna's too. And Kaido had no red in his card except for a few flower petals. Kaido is likely almost or fully unknowing of Mizuki's secret. I'm pretty sure all that he knew was that Mizuki was upset, not that she was hiding something from everyone. I mean, same could be said about Kanade and Mafuyu, but I think since Mafuyu and Kanade are closer to Mizuki than Kaido, they're more likely to catch on to the fact that Mizuki was hiding something. In Enna's card, she's floating on water too. This could symbolize her emotions and how she's becoming detached from her emotions because of the events from the story. And now the Mizuki one, I absolutely love the symbolism in this specific card because there's just so much and it's so beautiful. First, let's talk about her outfit. Everyone else's outfits are black and white, but Mizuki's is the only one that has little bits of red in it where the dress is torn. Remember what I said about the red representing her secret? I think this is representing how her secret got exposed and she couldn't do anything about it. She's also blindfolded. This shows that she just doesn't want anyone looking at her or to look at anyone. She doesn't want anyone to see what she is. She doesn't even want to see herself. She's avoiding everyone. She doesn't want anyone to talk to her after her secret was revealed. She's surrounded by mannequins with white roses inside of them. I'll get to the roses in a moment, but they look like they're all trapped in a cage, similar to how Mizuki feels trapped because of the secret she's been hiding from her friends. There's also a mirror in the background. I love the symbolism with mirrors for Mizuki's character so much. Mirrors have always been a representation of Mizuki's dysphoria in some way. For example, the mirror in Mizuki's room was covered when she was in middle school because she was having trouble accepting herself and had a lot of gender dysphoria. But then it was uncovered a few years later when she was learning to accept herself more. And in this card, the mirror is shattered and Mizuki has her back turned to it. She has her back turned to it because, as I mentioned a bit ago, she just doesn't want to see herself and what she is. The shattered mirror can also be symbolism for her giving up on trying to accept herself as she is and not wanting to see herself at all anymore. And finally, what's the deal with the roses? I think the roses are some way to symbolize Mizuki as the rest of Night Court knew her. Does that make sense? Just as she is, no secrets or anything, just Mizuki. And as I said before, the red is symbolizing her secret. In Mizuki's card, all of those white roses are trapped in the mannequins because that's the way she's stuck being. They know nothing about her secret and see Mizuki just as Mizuki, and that's how things are going to stay if she doesn't tell them. And there's a single rose on her head. It's slightly turning red, showing that her secret is starting to be revealed. In Mafuyu's card, there's several white roses and one rose that was turning red on the umbrella. And I'm pretty sure the rose is what Mafuyu was looking at in this card too. I think that rose is supposed to represent Mizuki, and Mafuyu is starting to catch on to the fact that Mizuki might be hiding something, but doesn't know exactly what to say or do about it yet. Her red rose is further away since she doesn't know, but Enna had multiple white roses and a single red rose in hers too, but her red rose was closer since she does know, and she doesn't seem like she's looking at it either, unlike Mafuyu. She may not want to look at it because she's unsure what to say or do to make Mizuki feel accepted by her and is scared that she will say or do the wrong thing. And in Kaido's card, there's 4 red rose petals, likely representing each of the Night Court members. Kaido's card is a bit harder for me to analyze though because I'm not exactly sure what to say for his. But yeah, anyway, this is how I personally interpreted all the different things in each card. Holy yap. Okay, now that's all I have to say on this event. If you want to add on to something or share your opinions on something, feel free to, because I love knowing how other people interpret things like this. I'm really looking forward to the next Night Court event, and again, please no spoilers for that in my comments because I'm waiting for an official translation from the game itself to read it. Anyway, join my Discord because it's low-key really dead and boring right now. And bye.